this gave me a little test one, and a lot of it is text-based, and it did have a thing on settings which said Korean or Japanese. I've already selected and there's these two. A lot of this is going to be text-based, so I might be trying to make some characters, possibly. It won't be the same, it's just a fact, but I might forget some voices in time. And it's basically about a robot wishing she had for eternity, I think, something like that. I got it a young while ago, so my mind's a little rusty on everything. Yeah, I think it's best to just get in. 3 laws of robotics. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction, although allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given it. Seriously, God, shut up. Given it by the one possessing control or authority, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Jeez. October 12th. You. Oh, I actually have to do enter. Okay, I was waiting on it. Forgot about that. And this is just the opening credits. I don't really know what voices to give people at the moment, so I might change voices later on if I start to hear their character a bit more and see what voice suits them, sort of thing. But this one's just narrating myself, so as I turn onto the main street, I reflexively, that's a bit of a weird word, isn't it? Cover my eyes. Could have said cover your eyes, you have to go posh about it. Neon signs are bright as ever. I cannot speak today. And those animated horror words are even worse. So many fancy words, jeez. And whoever came up with the idea to add sound to those horrors should be shot. Might be going a bit far. I mean, they're a bit much. They're all giving me a headache. This place really changed in the last few years. Sure. I don't even know what you used to get up before. Weird really come up in the world. All around you can see signs of progress. Maybe a bit too fast. Too soon. Maybe if I just close my eyes. Looks fine now. Nope, nothing's changed. In fact, those signs look even brighter. Maybe I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Could be the weather. Change of scenery is in order. I'll take a shortcut home. Get away from the visual audio assault. Damn, girl. Just go home. Is she talking to herself? I mean, that's normal for me, but I don't know who she's talking to at the moment. Probably herself, yeah. That's normal, girl. Everyone says it's weird, but it's not. Phew. That's better, just what the doctor ordered. I can still hear the noise in the distance, but at least it's faint now. Gotta admit, this place is a spooky vibe. No one's around, plus the area looks pretty run down. Half expect a ghost to pop out as I walk along. Seriously, Daniel? Seriously? Always has to walk around when I'm doing this. Done? Still, my eyes sure appreciate the break. ... A massive building on the side catches my attention. K Robotics Co. Ltd. Bet that's what it says on the main gates. One of the biggest robotic manufacturers. They're world renowned. Even I've heard of them. Aren't you a robot? Who am I playing as? They get a lot of news coverage, being a frequent topic around school as well. So I'm definitely a teenage girl, I'm guessing, possibly. I mean, I'm hoping a girl, just getting sexist here. I just meant I want to play as my actual gender I am. Whatever. Be whatever you want to be. The company's claim to fame are the advanced Android series. Okay. That makes sense. Not that I would know. Despite being bombarded by marketing everywhere. Oh, I know, the Fearing Girl Frozen was everywhere when it came out. I hated it. Same with Minions. It's got so annoying. For me, I'm the kind of person who prefers analog clocks over digital. Really? I prefer digital. Pianos over synthesizers. Pianos are nice, yeah. Acoustic guitars over electric. I like both. And finally, real people over androids. So you prefer real actual people over yourself? Damn, even robots have low self-esteem. I spot what appears to be crumpled hills of metal in the distance. Yep, their junkyard is my shortcut home. Totally legal, of course, so I don't intend to get caught. Do I actually get to play with anything, or is it just all text-based, is what I wonder, because there wasn't... I'm trying to remember screenshots of it. A lot of it was just text and screenshots, so I don't know if I actually do get to play anything. Hopefully I do. Here we are. The scrapyard for all lost hopes and dreams. Kind of reminds me of Roy. Everything here is automated. No one's watching the place. What about the person in the plane? Is there no one in the plane? Well, there are those tin can like bots that scurry around like spiders. Wowies! Are those the real robots? Probably shot through all those junk for any good. Yes, those are wowies. Cool. And then there's a young sentry bot. As long as I don't let it spot me, no alarm goes off. It's worked for me so far. After all, robots are fundamentally stupid. Well, like my classmate told me, that company's dumping ground. I heard you can find some real good news from time to time. If you're lucky, that is. Sadly, I've scooped this place out on previous trips, and so far I've come up empty. Guess the lady's yuck, just not with me. Oh, I can't tell what's useful as I'm not really a robophile. Wow. Okay. I'm not really a robophile. That's a new word. Knowing me, it's probably both. Whatever. Didn't come here for a pleasure hunt anyway. Forget about this wrapped. This is only a shortcut home. Cutting through this place, I can shave off almost 10 minutes. Risky, but worth it. Intentionally ignored the no trespassing signs scattered all around over the place. God. However, today was different. As I started making my way through, something caught my eye. Was it a worry? Or an Eve? Is evil out? Is that? Ahead of me. Can barely make it out. Sprinting, I come closer. It looks like... Wait, a person? A woman lying on the ground. She's not moving. Unconscious? Maybe she's hurt. Or something worse. Growing a bit concerned, I forgot all about the scent. Okay, since I don't just stumbled upon a crime scene that might end up on tomorrow's morning headline news. She needs help, and since I'm the only one around, I dash towards the fallen maiden to lend assistance, but as I get closer, I stop in my tracks. I had to do a double take. That's no woman. You gotta be kidding me. That's the robot you see, right? Her hair looks different in this though. It's so close to the real deal. Two eyes closed tightly circled. Platinum hair that seemed almost sparkle. From afar it looks like a person, but up close there's no mistaking it. An android. Yep, abandoned robot, apparently. Useless piece of junk. Don't scare me like that. No one never owned an android. Come on, she's pretty. What the hell? Don't go against her just because she's a robot. I've seen quite a few around me. The newest models look like the real McCoy used from a distance. That's pretty advanced tech, scary advanced. To prevent confusion, androids are imprinted with serial codes. Each model has its own unique number. So kind of like Ghost in the Shell? Kind of. I didn't like the new film, by the way, so I only know it because I used to watch anime when I was like 6 or something. That's when my uncle introduced me to anime, which is pretty cool. I spot the android's code near its belly. Where? Oh, I see it. It's on her waist. Above the dust to get a better look, it reads PI PIM 001 number 1 with a design that's I've never seen before. Maybe it's a prototype. It looks brand new. If so, then what's it doing here? A failed experiment? It's caked with dust from head to toe. All in all, it's a pretty sad sight. It also hasn't moved a single inch. Looks like it's out cold. Hey, wake up. Curiosity gets the best of me. I decide to test it out. Voice recognition is a standard feature for all androids nowadays. Let's see if it responds to my voice. Well, nope. Hey, say something. Still nothing. Maybe they deactivated her before putting in the trunk. Come on, they're gonna cut you open at this rate. I deliver a right kick to the robot's egg. Ignition Asian system 1. Oh, she's awake. Or it's awake. I don't want to give it a gender straight away. It's still a robot after all. Upon contact, it starts to show a sign of life. Its arms spasm as the thing chortles out beeping sounds. Still pretty rigid. The scene looks like it was plucked straight out of an old sci-fi film. Looks like it's running on reserves power. I guess it's still got a bit of juice left. What? Those jittery movements are making me feel a bit nervous. The light in its eyes have yet to return. I begin to spot a pattern in its actions. It looks as if it's greeting me with a wave, trying desperately to keep my attention. I glance around. I hear a screeching sound nearby, the sound of metal being crushed. It's probably those little robots doing their job. I can tell that they're close. They'll probably reach this place in less than 10 minutes. I don't know why I thought it said 30, and shred this android into a million pieces. Its existence will soon come to an end. Well, it depends if they think it's junk or not. If they think it's something to take home and to keep as a memory or something, whatever Rory did with these things and kept them as collectibles, they might do that to her. I mean, to be honest, she's in pretty good shape, so really they should do that to her with their coding or whatever that's already put into them. I kind of feel sorry for this thing. I begin to sympathize with the robot, because I realised just how much trouble it was in. Despite being dusty, it's still in pretty good shape. Yeah, I know. I just said that with some polish, it looked pretty decent. Even in its current condition, the thing's still be in service. If so, why was it chucked? What happened to its product launch? Looking at it like that, it'd be a waste. All of that hard work down the drain. Maybe with a bit of tinkering, I might be able to get up and running again. Why does she keep doing so many dots? That's like 3 I've gone through now. Part of me was starting to pity the robot, but the other part of me was calling me an idiot. Alright, I don't need an android in the first place. You might use her as a robot servant, who knows? Plus, I don't like them. Well then, how rude. To use one around the house. It's unthinkable. And my father would be none too happy about it. Seriously, you say so many fancy words and then you say none too happy. This sounds a bit of a waste opportunity. I prefer classical music over rock. This is where you and I differ. Classic literature over pulp fiction. Dare I agree with you? God. And finally, humans over androids. Nah, let's face it. I have no use for an android. Eventually this robot will be scrapped. Maybe back where we started. With the old parts recycled. With the whole cycle starting anew. But you never know, it might have the latest high tech in it, you could just get out. Hey Art. Intruder detected. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Damn it, I've been spotted by that guard robot, the most troublesome one. If I don't make a run for it, I'm screwed. Leaving it would be the smart thing to do. I gotta go, see ya. Sorry about my narration voice, and her voice sounds exactly the same, it's just... I don't know how or if there's any need to make them sound different. There's gotta be something wrong with me. Oh, she did take her. But smart's never been my strong suit. Same. Now I'm lugging this thing home. And I'm already starting to regret it. Why so many dots? Back in my room I tried to scrub some of the filth off its classes? What even is that? I'm guessing it just means its body or something. I'll check when I'm editing this. I do the best I can with a rag soaked in water. Me. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. That'll have to do for now. Guess it makes sense the thing would be waterproof. The thing to be waterproof. So no harm done. Now for the next issue. How do I interact with this thing? Hey, you. What? I don't know how to do that in a robot voice. Its sounds begin to fail. Respond. Well, sigh. God, I get so used to saying whatever's there. If you don't want to be thrown away again, just show me something. What? Anything besides wearing your arms. She's not even actually wearing her arms. She's as still as they can be. I take that as a no. What? Should have left you in the junkyard. This is somewhat aggravating. Like talking to a brick wall. This is why I hate machines. They're stupid. And this hunk of junk seems a few positions short of a motherboard. Come on, say something back. I'm starting to get a little ticked off. Why do I even bother? Don't do something you might regret. This old saying has never been wrong. I'm just waiting for the robot to say something and just prove her wrong. Okay, deep breath. Let's consider all the possibilities. Maybe it's on reserve power. A recharge might do the trick. But where would you do with... I've grabbed the power card and... Wait a minute. Hey, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Where are you supposed to plug it in? What? I've never used an Android before, so obviously I wouldn't know. And yet you know the most famous robotic company, and yet you don't know how to power an Android? That's a little bit contradictory, don't you think? Maybe your nose? What? Okay, there it shakes. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I don't it was going so well with how its English words, it had cool words I've never really heard of or haven't seen much of, and then it's just I don't think it likes that prospect. Perhaps it's trying to tell me that I'm wrong. I imagined an android with an electric cord up its nose. It'd be plugged to sight. Oh, so I can sweat. Well, I don't think we're gonna get anywhere if we don't plug it in, so gotta try plugging it in, right? I think this is why I downloaded the game, because it's one of those multiple choice ones and the outcomes differ on what you choose. I like those sort of games. Just wish more of things happened in this game. Alright, come here you. I approached the robot with a 220 voltage plug in my hand. Oh, now I could definitely tell that it was panicking. Out of pity, I decided not to push it further. Then how should I power this thing? So it didn't make a difference whichever one I would have chose. I examined the robot carefully. Maybe I've missed something. Huh? It's starting to jerk its body from side to side. Wow. It could have said just move its body from, or shake. It could have said anything else. It seems like it wants to turn around. Something on your back? Has she got a spider on her back or something? Is it like that episode of Doctor Who where Donna had a really big bug on her back and that was keeping her in the past and changing everything in the past for her and eating away at her existence or something? Something on your back? Is there a bug eating away at your existence? Or just a normal spider? Taking the hint, I checked the back of its head. Let's see. What we've here? What do we have here? There's a small compartment at the base of its neck. Is this the motherboard? I'll move its protected lid. These look like input ports. Bingo. Let's give it a go. You pin the power cable around. See, I can't judge them for any bad English or anything when I can't even pronounce things properly myself most times. I plug it in. But it's a good thing it's got this pronunciation there. I do have to be fluent in Japanese, but I'm not, sadly. Activating primary systems. Success. Finally, we've got liftoff. Oh, you spelled it wrong now. Initiating application startup. Attempt failed. Huh? Insignificant power supply system protection activated. How come she's the only one who talks? Application startup process has failed into power saving mode. God, don't you hate it when it does on laptop? Warning, no ownership records have been found. Initiating setup in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm learning Japanese here. It's like anime. What the heck is going on? Whoa, that is cool. Yo, stay like that. Oh. Come on, I'm getting bored of this design now. Basic. I'm trying to think of a way to do a girl-ish sort of female robot voice. Confirming voice recording. What the heck is going on? Save complete. Is that anything? Any bell? I don't know. Wait, what? Hold on a second. I found a reaction to the robot. Has this just become a robot? Human love story or something? Scanning fingerprints. Pulse normal. Temperature normal. Is this Baymax? Save complete. Save what now? I let go of the robot immediately. Whoa. Retina scan in progress. Confirming. Save complete. It's on a wall. I don't think it's about to stop anytime soon. It doesn't seem it. Where's your registering? Client ID. Please state your name. What is happening? I can't do the robot voice forever. Verifying your name. Verifying your name. Just do it in editing. Wait, should just do it in editing. Is what is happening your correct name? It's kinda... What is that film or whatever I'm thinking of where the little toys come up to life and it's actually what this is, but Andy, shut up. Is that your name? Something along those lines. Is what is happening your correct name? What do you think? Name verification failed. Revegetation client ID. Please state your name. Just say your name. Name verification failed. Verification on hold. Save complete. Registration complete. So I don't need a name. I'm just like Frisk from Undertale. I don't need a name. And yes, people give it to me. I felt to be silence. It felt as if a tornado had just swept through the scene. Where's Dorothy when you need her? I put my head in frustration. We should have brought this thing home. I really shouldn't have brought this thing home after all. This is already the third time I'm pressing it today. Why do I keep punishing myself? The robot's facing me. Its eyes still have that vacant look. Like having a porcelain doll on the shelf. Oh, I hate porcelain dolls. I don't understand how people can love them and collect them when they're just so creepy. Always staring at you. The use of creep factor has gone down a notch since it moved. Does that make it go down a notch? Does that make... because it's more real? Because it has a life inside it or something? That makes it go down a notch? I decided to throw a few questions at it. Hey, I'm gonna ask you something, so listen up and try to answer. You can do that, right? What? You've broken it again. Its head tilts slightly to the side. It only has some code you can say. It can't say more. I take that as a yes. Better than I expected, given our track record. Moving on. Well, I've been talking to myself the whole episode of this thing, so you might as well talk to the android. Shut up. Seriously, are you done? Oh, cuz. So what exactly are you? Error does not compute. Weirdly enough, I have different robot voices. I mean, they sound different to me in my head, but they probably all sound the same. You don't have a name? Model name, UC Valentine. No Valentine. PIM 001. Okay. And what's the PIM stand for? Precision Instrument for Multipurposing. PIM 001. Well, you said that for me. I don't really need to say it now, do I? You say everything else in Japanese, but just that one sentence. Are you done yet? There's so much to say, jeez. Okay, you're done now. Sorry if it ever gets annoying when I'm talking over her. It's just there is subtitles there, so you might as well read off those. This first class model, designed to be fertile in any scenario. Yushi is equipped with all of the latest features. That's a mouthful. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Versatile. Latest features. I wasn't expecting those words from a piece of junk that could only move its arms up and down a moment ago. In short, your name is Lucy Valentine. She's just like you, she won't stop doing the dots. The android named Lucy is waiting for my next words. That's why taking a closer look. Wow. Can I actually... Oh! It looks as good as new after the wiping I gave it. It possesses an orange visage and slender figure. Is this slender man's girlfriend or something? Or sister maybe? Mum even. Who knows? Maybe just a friend. Regardless of what gender, I have to admit that it is pretty beautiful design. That's pretty. I spot something in its left ear. A receiver. I thought these were headphones. I didn't think that was a receiver. The robot looks like a teenage girl. It actually does. Guess that's what they were aiming for. I can tell that a lot of the effort has been put into creating this android. Well, I hope with the effort they put into making this teenage girl, they weren't trying to make a sex toy or anything like that out of it. Let's just hope they weren't. And hope it was possibly a test or a prank where you would put this girl in a classroom and see how many people noticed that it was a robot. That'd be a cool prank idea, actually. A lot more less harmful than the ones that are currently going on. And even I can't tell it's a primitive model. It'd be a waste to throw it away. I take a closer look at the android's eyes. So even if I click down here, you're still going to look at something else. They're blue and strikingly realistic. As expected from technology, one whole generation ahead of LED lights. Those eyes do look quite real. Suddenly, those people shift over to me. Naturally, I meet their gaze. So you know what I'm looking at? The Aqua compartment contains 2 high-performance cameras, allowing object detection similar to human eyes. Is that so? Well, she wouldn't say it if otherwise. I take it back. Creepy fact is still there. I kind of wish they did a bit more on the animation to get actually made her move around and do the things that are said. I decide not to look at them again. They make me feel uncomfortable. I take a gander at the robot's moist, glossy lips. She doesn't have any lips though. You can't see anything. Hard to believe those belong to the same robot clunky voice. Let's see if we can change that. What's the deal with your voice? Unable to utilize vocal unit. This is going to be a mouthful. Usually Valentines come with 10 unique presets by default, each with a default voice with a distinct personality. Using the pre-installed equalizers, UC is able to project all kinds of sounds with ease. So I've got 10 choices. No reply. Why can't you use them right now? I don't know if there's any point of me reading these bits out anymore. I mean, I'm obviously reading them out in English while she's reading them out in Japanese, but she's doing it for me at the moment. Let me know in the comments if I'm supposed to still read it on with her in English, because I'm basically just reading what they're giving me for the translation. Most features can only be activated during normal operation, and I'm probably making a mess of it with the robot voice I'm giving. During power saving mode, UC is only able to utilize 5% of her total features. And the solution is? Usually requires more than 20% of remaining battery life for normal operation. So we just wait till she's more charged. How long does it take for a full recharge? From 0% approximately 8 hours in power saving mode and 16 hours normally. I hope the electricity bill doesn't go through the roof. You and I both. Can't believe I'm acting like a skin front of a robot. That's just silly. Forget about power saving mode. What's a system protection mode? How come that was almost nothing but everything else took so long? Maybe she said it simpler. Maybe. During system protection mode, virtually none of the included features are unusable. It is essential to disable system protection mode to allow for normal operation. And how do we get to that? Unknown. Come again. Unknown. The system protection mode only activates under certain settings. So it's not like safe mode on a computer where you can just go to it by force. You actually have to find a very good circumstance to go to it. Further action is not recommended. Listen, you talking toaster. I'm this close to throwing you out. Well, I'll have to take it to a repair shop first thing tomorrow. When does that place open again? When is this thing gonna save? Has it saved or anything? I don't... Okay, save, because you've gone way over time with what I went to do. Okay, cool, it's saved. So yeah, that's basically all of that. Is it still the same options? Yes it is, okay. So, hopefully you found that somewhat interesting. I might not do another episode of it, I don't really know, because I thought there might actually be some playing on it, but it seems like it usually is all text-based, so that might seem quite boring to some people, but for others it might be interesting. I don't know, everyone's different, whatever. So some people might not find moving images and my random voice good for themselves. Who knows? It's all a different audience. That's what it was. Bye.